Good afternoon and welcome to the first show of 2021 for the Global Report. I'm your host, Lily. We have back with us today Mr. Steve Okun, a former official in the Clinton administration and current advisor at McClarty. Welcome back, Steve.
Thank you for having me back. Can you trust the United States after Biden leaves office as to whom the next president is going to be? Because the U.S. has a bad track record of living up to agreements. It wasn't in Kyoto, it was in Paris, and then it was out of Paris. It was in the Iran deal, it was out of the Iran deal. It was in TPP, it was out of TPP. And so why would you, if you're a foreign country, say, I'm going to make all of these accommodations, I'm going to do what needs to be done on trade agreements like labor rights, like more environmental protections, but then to see the U.S. leave it, and then my domestic constituency is opposed to me, so I've paid a political price and gained nothing for it. So the U.S. is going to need to show that it is back on track from a bipartisan approach when it comes to trade and foreign policy. The only way it is going to do that is if Donald Trump is held liable for what happened when it came to his insurrection, that the Republican Party joins the Democratic Party in impeaching, convicting, and disqualifying him from office, and that you can then trust that even if Joe Biden's a one-term president, whoever replaces him on the Republican side is going to continue along the same lines as Joe Biden did on a bipartisan foreign policy. Because if you don't, and if there is the threat that Donald Trump can run for office and win in 2024, why would you make any deal with the United States within the next 4 years?
Well, Steve, I think you are making that statement on the assumption that once Trump is gone, Trumpism is gone.
Well, Trumpism is going to be diminished if you have a Republican Party come together and say Trumpism is not welcome here. And if you say we are going to punish the people in the party who have been supporting him, or at least disown them, and so splinter off the Trump part of the Republican Party, which right now is a large part of it, and then try and build back up that center-right conservative Republican Party, which the country needs, then you can go forward. Now, if Donald Trump has nothing happening to him and he starts running for president literally the January 21st, the day after the inauguration, it is going to be much worse. So the question is, where do countries, competitors, and allies alike see the United States going over the next 4 years? Because that is going to determine how much they're willing to trust a Biden administration. And I think this is the most important thing that I hope comes out of January 6th, is that you saw a president of the United States bring together and incite a mob to overthrow the government, and it failed, and the institutions held. And I hope that is the narrative that comes forward, is that as flawed as the United States is, our system held, and that type of system is the one that works well, at least for the United States.
Yeah, I'm definitely not dismissing the tragedy. That I think one good that came out of the riot is that it did open up the eyes of many of Trump's followers.